Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see we got the initial strat for this tournament. I say initial but it's already Monday. But yeah, initial strat for the Traitless tournament, since there's still like 3 days and 13 hours, might as well call it initial. If I do get time I'll make a final strat, but for now this is the score I did manage to get, 3894. And yeah, as you can see this is the team I am running. So we got pool skills, Eins, yo, why is Eins not showing up? Yo, DMC Eins soon trust. No, I'm joking. Albedo, Sanjiru, Doflamingo, and Luffy, and the last slot we are going to be running Ichigo as our Cloric Stone unit. So let me get you guys. Oh yeah, I didn't show you much. It's just Memorias. So Frozen Admiral for Uma, Peak of Shinobi for Eins, Devoted Dedication for Albedo, Frozen Admiral for um, 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 what's the name? Sanjiru. Frozen Admiral for Doflamingo, and Frozen Admiral for Luffy. So yeah, that's it for the setup on these guys. Let me tell you about so Ichigo, you guys do know it's just his own memory as well. And the reason I am running Doflamingo here is because there is regen and he is applying rupture, so he is very helpful because look, I see all his attacks inflict rupture, so it's very nice to have. So yeah, might as well just bring him, and he does do a lot more damage to wanted enemies. As you see, 50% more damage to wanted enemies, plus he's doing the extra 30% from the actual wanted passive, or actually 40% because of Luffy's wanted, and then the Memoria gives him 30% more damage to wanted. So technically he's doing, maths is not mathsing, like 120% more damage to wanted enemies, which is pretty nice, you know. So yeah, that's why I am bringing him, and that's pretty much it for the team setup. So let's just get into this run, and good luck with the runs. Yo, so pretty much, I already explained the units and why we're using them in the intro. So yeah, wait, give me a second. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what I was saying, my brain turned off, but pretty much, if you do end up restarting match, you have to make sure that you reset your spells for Eins, because it'll be preset to, Aura of the Overlord and Supreme Summoning, but since, there is no, Albedo in his range, he doesn't have the extra Passion spell, so yeah, you'd have to reset him. So you want to make sure you place one Albedo next to, well, closer to Eins, and set Albedo to last. You want to make sure all Albedos are set to last. And then as you saw, you know, reset spells and pick Aura of the Overlord and Supreme Summoning. I don't do it till a bit later because I was hoping that it would keep the spell selection from beforehand, but it just did not do that. So yeah, as you can see, Aura of the Overlord, Supreme Summoning, reset, and then confirm. And yeah, we're gonna get 3 Doflamingos placed right here, mainly because of the coverage they have at this point, so they can cover like both sides. And also they are gonna be our rupture applier, so you want him to cover as much as possible. And now we're placing our 3 Vanguard Sanjarus at the back, because we need them summoning ASAP. Because for the whole of this run, the early to mid game is so bad. It only gets slightly easier until your Uma is maxed out, so you need to focus a lot. And yeah, right here I'm just trying to fit in Luffy between that little tiny gap. And yeah, it just was not working, but eventually it did. So yeah, Luffy does fit in there, and we set him to closest. Make sure all your Luffys are set to closest so they can maximize their AoE. And yeah, over here what I'm doing is making sure my Luffy gets the 1.2x range buff, or the extra 20% range buff from Ainz's Aura of the Overlord. Once he does have that, I put one upgrade into my Uma, and then the rest into my Gear 4 Luffy. You have to make sure you go to Gear 4 for your Luffy when you are upgrading this one, because you want to make sure that all the other Luffy's in range, and all the other Doflamingos get cost reduction from Luffy. So that way you can also get how many upgrades is it? 28% or 30% cost reduction, which is very nice. The flamingos have their own cost reduction via upgrading each of them separately. So yeah, you can maximize that if you want as well. And here I put one more upgrade into my iron, so the Luffy on the top right does get the extra 20% range as well. And you can see we've got two full AoE Luffys in the middle right now. And yeah, as you can see, the leaks right now are so bad because that right path is so frustrating. No summons can end up there, and yeah, those guys are just so annoying. And yeah, one thing bad about this is, I guess this tournament in general, there's not really a unit who can apply Nullify permanently. I know Luffy can, but he needs to crit. And pretty much, yeah, he's not going to be critting if you don't give him a King of Trash Memoria, which gives him 10% crit chance, but it's still so low, so he can't even nullify. That's the one frustrating thing about this. So maybe in the final strat I'll try improving and using the King of Trash Memoria on Luffy, but for now I didn't use it. But you can see early game wise it's just so frustrating because there's a lot of leaks. But you want to make sure you're upgrading your Luffys accordingly because Luffy does do the most damage in this run. He does more damage than Umo, which is surprising. I genuinely lost what I was saying, bro. I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, keep doing your Uma stats. That's what's important as well. And yeah, as you can see, I'm making sure that every time I do upgrade my Luffy, it's via Cog 4 because Cog 4 just is allowing us to get extra cost reduction. And for our Doflamingos, I make sure to get the ability going every now and then. And yeah, once this Luffy is max, I get my other Luffy to the other Luffy's up. But yeah, I do get my Doflamingo up as well. But first things first, I need to get Uma a few upgrades because you need to deal with these leaks. As you can see, there's a lot of leaks. And yeah, the reason I'm getting Dolphy to upgrade 5 or 6, which one is it? Upgrade 6, just so he has a full AoE rupture against these enemies. And yeah, from here on out, there should be no enemies who don't have rupture. And yeah, I'm putting auto upgrade onto my Luffy's, and yeah. What I say? I'm putting all my Luffy's on auto upgrade, and I'm gonna be transforming into the transformation after I get my horse scale upgrades in. So upgrades into the horse scale, and then I go to Luffy. And the one who's maxed out, I go to Sun God Transformation and just use the ability to clear off these enemies. Because as you can see, these guys are pretty weak here. And Luffy can pretty much just destroy them. Like a few hits and they're dead. I don't know what they did to the Gatling ability. But it's so shit now. Like, the controlling on that is so bad. For some reason, I genuinely can't control it anymore. Before you could move around with it, now you just can't. And yeah, every now and then, you want to go to your Uma and make sure you put the stats in. And then go back to the transformation and just keep fighting these enemies. That's all you have to do. And yeah, as you can see, we're trying to keep attacking with Luffy, just making sure we're clearing as many enemies as we can. Because yeah, as you guys can see, Uma can't do much because the enemies that do spawn on the path on the left, or the left of me right now, where Kaido is walking, they're not going to be getting damaged by any summons at all. So yeah, they're just going to be very strong and just going to cause a lot of issues. So yeah, just keep doing your stats correctly. And yeah, now I'm getting auto upgrade into my Dolphy, maxing him out. Once he is maxed, I put auto upgrade into my other Dolphys. Well, no, I'll do my Irons first and then my other Dolphys. And yeah, Kaido should be getting killed off by the summons. And yeah, I'm just dealing with these enemies as much as I can. And yeah, you can see what I mean. Like the R ability, they just cooked it over. I don't know what is wrong with it, but you generally can't control it anymore. It's so chopped. And yeah, every time you do normal hits, yeah, he's flipping. You look at his flipping model. It breaks. It's so weird. And yeah, this is pretty much all we're doing the whole time, just dealing with these guys, and it's so frustrating because there's not much damage we can do with the units we have. Luffy is carrying, and since he can't apply Nullify because he does not have any crit chance, it's kind of frustrating as well. And yeah, here what I do is I caloric stone my Ichigo just to place him at the very front because yeah, as you guys do know, the enemies are gonna eventually kill me off. I'm gonna let these guys kill me off when the boss gets very close to the end. So yeah, I'm just delaying as long as I can, getting upgrades into my Vanguards and Jews, doing the ability, and just making sure I survive as long as possible. Because at this point, I wanted it to make sure that I do die to the normal mobs, because if I let the boss kill me, I'll just die instantly, and I won't revive as from Ichigo's ability. And yeah, this is what I mean. I was trying to move backwards to control the R ability, but they did genuinely just messed it up, and I just can't use anymore. And yeah, at this point, I do turn off the auto rise on my Vanguard Sanjurus. This way, I can revive. And yeah, once I do revive, I make sure to turn the ability back on. And I just go to the front, getting my Uma stats up. You wanna make sure you get Uma up at like wave 37 ideally. From that point onwards, once your Uma is up, you can just stay in the Luffy transformation and just do as much damage as possible. So yeah, make sure occasionally you do use Dolphy's puppet strings, and I low-key forgot to use his tentacles ability, but yeah, I did get up at this point. And yeah, from here, since my Uma is I think maxed, I just stay in this form and yeah, I just keep attacking. So just using your abilities, using your M1s, that's all you have to do, you know? Just keep doing all of that. And yeah, from here until we die, it's just about making sure we're non-stop attacking, attacking, attacking. Making sure we don't lose at all. And yeah, this whole time it's just me, M1 swinging, M1 swinging, and using abilities. But yeah, I did check, yeah, it is a bug. Our ability not being controllable, and his UI of course breaking. His model. But yeah, the summons should kill this guy off, so you don't have to worry about him. You just want to focus the mobs, to be honest. The high HP mobs, like these ones, the Marine Elites, you're going to be making sure you're focusing them. And you can see these guys are so strong, especially the ones that are on this path. It's so frustrating that they're this strong. So that's pretty much what you're going to be doing, is making sure that you keep getting all your units upgraded. So at this point I have to put auto upgrade into all my albedos, and I just stay back into the transformation. Make sure I go to the one that I've already been using just to keep the damage going. Since I want the highest damage stat on this one. And yeah, that R ability is so frustrating now. It's just so annoying to use. So I recommend not using it unless you have like a perfect line of enemies that you can use it against. And here I de-transform and I make sure to just hover over my Iron's ability just to ensure that I don't mess things up. I did use my Luffy punch, as you saw, the full map nuke. And I also used the lightning bolt as well. And I could have transformed back into Luffy's form just to deal with these guys a bit longer. Because as you guys can see, I should be dealing with them as long as possible. And surviving as long as I can. But yeah, I do pop Irons of the Nuke at this point. I do end up losing one stock, so that's one less kill. But yeah, as you see, once Irons nukes, he just kills everyone, and now it's just about dealing with these guys as long as we can. Because we are not going to kill this final boss, especially with this strat. If I of course make a better strat, and I'll be able to kill him of course afterwards. I'll try and make a better strat for Wednesday enemies. And you don't want to be focusing Luffy because you can't really kill him right now with this team. So just focus on the regular enemies and just focus on killing them. And as you can see, he does have overshield, so in the final strat we are going to be running Whitebeard. And I'll make a team towards that, so it'll be like Probably, yeah, White needs to be included. Yeah, probably Shanks will be included as well, just for the Rupture. That way you can drop the Flamingo. And yeah, this is pretty much it for the strat. If you enjoy the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'll get another Traitless strat pushed out soon, and a trade strat pushed out hopefully soon as well. Yeah, that's it for the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.